Hey, what's up, all you hobby hooligans? I'm Rikus from Captain's Comics in North Kingsville, Ohio, and I'm here with Nemo.
Hey everybody, my name is Nemo. I'm president of Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula and amateur radio enthusiast. Welcome to Ashtabula Hobby Talk. Wow, what a great week we've had this week. This past week's been awesome. Lots of busy stuff going on, but more important than that, next weekend, this Saturday coming up here, can we talk about the Hamfest for a little bit?
Hamfest. That
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
when we're first putting the signs up for it, a lot of people don't know what it is, and they
It's
think
a
we're
big, juicy ham,
selling
right?
bacon and sausage, and there's going to be some sausage there, but
It's not about
it's not
ham.
going to be
Not
about ham. No, ham is the the term that we use in amateur radio to describe amateur radio operators. We're
where
ham radio operators.
where'd they get the ham from?
Man, that goes back so far nobody remembers. Some people actually believe it has to do with the way your radio persona is, sort of, and having to be a part of that. Some of it has to do with showing off all that. Uh, but nobody really has a good answer for that. There's a lot of different theories. But it's sort of like who created wine. Nobody really knows who made wine.
What
Nobody
came
really
first,
knows
the chicken or the
who
egg?
made beer. Which came first, the chicken or the McNugget. Um, so,
Be crazy if the McNugget came first.
but what I do know is that the first Ham Fest, ham radio came alive in, like, the 1900s. Um, and during World War II, amateur radio was huge because all our guys that went overseas from all the different areas, regions, your UK, United States, everywhere. We even on all sides, Japan, Germany, we all used amateur radio stuff because that was the peak of technology at the time. So that when those guys came back, the American Radio Relay League had been formed already at that point, and all those guys had amateur radio gear and experience. So they started getting together, and it's pretty much a tradition now that if you have a large enough group or large enough club in your area, that you're probably going to have a ham fest there, which is really in its most simplest form, just a bunch of amateur radio enthusiasts getting together and having a little gathering, maybe showing off their radio gear, doing some swap meet, maybe buying some stuff off of each other back and forth. Um, so that's kind of thing. I guess it would go without saying that it's developed into the largest ham fest in the world, being done right here in Ohio in Dayton. That just passed about a month ago, and well over 5,000 people show up to that
Wow,
on a daily basis. I believe it's daily for the 3-day weekend that they
sounds
hold it.
amazing. So it's essentially like the comic conventions for radio.
Yeah, yeah, and
You can
there's
buy, sell, trade,
big
find
one
other
in
vendors there, and
absolutely, and there's a big one in Germany. There's big one in the UK. There's big ones in India. So India is becoming a fast growing amateur radio community.
that's great.
Um, so here in Ohio, growing up with my dad being an amateur radio operator, he we would go to the Berea Fairgrounds out there in Cleveland area for the Cuyahoga County Ham Fest. I think we went down to Dayton once for the Dayton Hamvention. I was very young, and it was like a family trip because we had family in Cincinnati area. Um, I can't recall if that's 100% off the top of my head because I was smaller than my kneecap back then. Um, but generally speaking, like just even a local one around our area. What is it? Is it not Burton? It starts with a B. Hey, line producer, over in PA there, Butler, PA,
Oh, the
Butler,
famous
PA.
Butler, PA.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that to me, Butler, PA. They have a huge ham fest that's really good every year. Erie, I don't know if they still
You
do
know
or
what?
not.
I think I got an advertisement for a toy convention in Butler, PA.
They do a lot of stuff over there in Butler.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to check the toy place
they're
out
pretty
'cause
well known now. I mean, right?
yeah,
Because they went through like a big thing with the news cycle and the president. Isn't
scary.
that what just happened a little while back? But yeah, they do amateur radio convention over there, and they've got a pretty good sized one that takes place. Coming up here in August also is the Warren Amateur Radio Club's Hamfest. So if you time it right, you can kind of hit all the good ones. Ours is pretty good. We'd like to say you never leave hungry.
Okay.
um, so when we started the Amigos Radio Club up here, one of the things was that there was no Hamfest in Ashtabula County, and it had basically been abandoned for, I want to say, about 20 years is what I'm looking at. If I'm not mistaken, that's what everybody, all the longtime ham operators in this area, told me. So when we put it together to start a new one, we got a lot of support, and we have the support of both radio clubs. So our radio club, the Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula, and the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club, both of us are two clubs. That's one of the nice things about being in this area too. The amateur radio community here is so large and so strong that it literally supports like two fairly good sized clubs, and even a couple of little ones, like I mentioned a few weeks ago, like with Matt and his family WATC and the whole family radio team.
Right.
So you get little offshoots like that too, but I mean, that just shows you how strong amateur radio is up in this area.
Right. I didn't know anything about this stuff until I met you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's great. They're going to be and I'm really appreciative that they're doing this year. They're bringing the ECOMS trailer, the emergency communications trailer, up from the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club. And that's going to be set up right next to our check-in/information booth there. So people can do a walkthrough and see what like an emergency communications trailer looks like. I believe there's going to be a person there to kind of tell them, what all the things are. These are the radios, these are logbooks, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Our VE testing team, volunteer examiner testing team, is going to be on site. They're going to be starting their testing session at 9 a.m., I believe. And so if anybody was interested, and they'll take a walk-in, they'll definitely take a walk-in. So if you think you are in a position where you might want to get your technician ticket, or shoot, even go extra, that's fine. We're going to have guys on staff there to take care of that.
Or even just to learn a little bit more about it.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see us do a little more of, which we haven't done, because we're only 4 years in and we're still kind of panning out the quote unquote system, as it were, is like you get some of these larger Hamfests, like the Cuyahoga County one, or like Hamvention down in Dayton there, or the big one in Florida, and they'll have guest speakers come in and talk about innovations in ham radio. Maybe they'll talk about petitioning movements to increase ham radio operators' privileges on the airwaves, things like that. And then you'll get like the whole experimenter class of guys that just come in and show up and try and show you the cool new stuff that they're doing. So we don't have a whole lot of that stuff yet. We're still small, but I don't want to say small, because we filled up pretty good last year and the year before. The last year was kind of rough. There was a lot of things going on in the area last year, so our numbers weren't as good as they were the first 2 years.
Yeah, Captain's Comics had a booth set up there last year, and there's a lot of other events too, like Wine and Walleye was going on.
Yeah, and we don't have to compete with that stuff this year, so I think we'll have a better local turnout. But we still got like the guys from New York, we still got guys from Erie, we still got our people from West Virginia. We've got a guy from Alaska that actually comes here in the summertime for vacation. I don't know why you would do that, when I think Alaska would be nicer than here in the summertime, but he comes here and he shows up and then hangs out. There's guys from Michigan, so people from pretty far away. I know we've had a couple podcasters and like YouTube guys show up also, and
great.
we'll be there.
Yep. I'll be setting up there with some comic books and some dollar comics and some toys. It's gonna be fun. I love to talk about comics and radios all day long.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great flea market area set up, and the kitchen's gonna be set up and underway. Hamburgers, hot dogs, bratwurst, French fries, all that stuff. Pop, soda, wherever you come from, and whatever, however you terminology that. Um, I think we're gonna have a bunch of chips and stuff. Amish baked goods are coming. Homemade Amish ice cream. Like my neighbor comes down with his hand ice cream maker and
Hmm.
makes ice cream fresh on the spot there for us, and all kinds of stuff. Our first, we're gonna have door prizes that we're gonna give away. Those will probably run around 11 o'clock. Um, the grand prize for that door prize is a Zygu G90. Um, it's a great radio. Not a sponsor of this show at all, or not a sponsor of the Hamfest. That comes out of our club's pocket. But it's a thank you. It's a 20-watt HF radio that'll talk with the right antenna pretty much around the world.
Oh wow!
So it's a good radio. I think it's got like a $400 price tag, 450 price tag. So
Or
it's an excellent start out radio. Yeah. So
something that I could probably use. Are vendors allowed buying that? Or
yeah,
putting
yeah.
50/50 in?
Not me. I'm not, because I'm on the staff. But we already told everybody that on the staff this year they're not allowed to do it. So come and win. Come and win. There's some antenna kits too, and
Everything I need to be a beginner's guide to.
yeah. There's a
Okay.
$100 gift card from a place local right here in Ohio, DX Engineering.
Well, you sold me a couple tickets right now.
Yeah, they're probably the go-to place at all to get radio gear. If you just want some wire or even video cable, they got that stuff down there too. But mostly they focus on radio gear. But if you need a radio now, you can just drive down there. It's only an hour and a half away. There are people that will not wait for the shipping, and they'll just drive down there and get it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there. I suppose I should tell everybody where it's at while we're here. So it's a Pioneer Picnic, 1809 Middle Road, Pierpont, Ohio. You just, if you're coming from the north coast area, like north of 20-ish, north of 90, just go to 7, go south on 7 until you see the signs. If you go through Pierpont, you've gone too far. It really just look for 167 and Route 7 and go west, or go east. Go east. Yeah, so south from 90. If you're coming up from the south area, come up 11. I believe you want to get off at 167 exit and follow 167 into Pierpont, and you'll see some signs.
Okay.
Um,
What's the weather forecast for that?
1809 Middle Road, and the weather forecast so far is great,
Ooh,
which
nice.
is better than what it was today. Because I'll tell you what, if I could give the line producer the video I took this morning while we were standing on the edge of the beach, ooh, we were on the beach. We were up by the lake. I was side in the garage, and I thought there was a tornado coming, and I think I saw some pictures online of something that looked like it might have been. But hey, Saturday is supposed to be great weather, ice cream, radios. There's a playground for the kids. Bring the kids. Lots of cool stuff to do. Hopefully we'll see some folks out there.
Oh yeah.
And you've got some cool stuff going on too in the comic book world.
Well, there's San Diego Comic Con's scheduled for next week, starting next Thursday, the 24th, I think it is.
I
27th?
remember you.
Next Thursday.
That's when they're going to make that big announcement, whatever that is that we sneak peeked a couple episodes
Right.
ago.
Robert Kirkman's got a panel. He's got the microphone. He's going to say a few things, and we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully those things aren't followed up by middle fingers, and it's all good news for the rest of us.
No, Robert Kirkman's been a good fan-based. He treats his fans pretty good.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with the whole G.I. Joe Transformers thing, because that's something I'd be interested in looking into.
But San Diego is great for more than just comic book content. They're going to probably drop a lot of information about the MCU, what's going to happen with that. Probably some DC's coming into the cinematic universe now, and
It's about time they're catching up to Marvel.
Yeah, well, they got a lot to go, so we'll see how they got James Gunn. So I didn't watch the new Superman movie. I heard it was good. I heard it people.
I'm seeing mixed reviews on the new Superman
Yeah,
movie. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of the Superman movies. I can't really think of one that I didn't like. I know some people are like, oh, I didn't like this one, I didn't like that one, but I've kind of liked them all because I've
right.
taken them for what they are. In all actuality, my favorite one was Man of Steel, where he was leaving where he, with Kal-El and everybody on the planet, and came here for the first time. The background origin story that particular version.
Right.
But I haven't seen a Superman movie that I didn't like.
I've seen all of them, and I got bones to pick with some of them, but overall, I liked them. It's just certain things I didn't like more than others.
Some of the ones in the 80s and 90s were a little cheesy.
What? Those are the greatest ones. Christopher Reeves was.
Christopher Reeves rocked, but
He was the embodiment of Superman at the time.
it was the bubblegum evil villain characters back then. So same thing with Batman. Batman had the same problem back then.
Right.
You know,
Batman went too commercial though. He was Tim Burton brought him to the big screen and had a huge impact on everything. And then they just kind of like, well, what do we do after that? And then they just threw in like all these celebrities with cheesy pun lines and cheesier costumes, and it's just they're trying to go over the top, and they would have just played it cool and dark, and they would have kept the Frank Miller look of it. I think they would have done great.
Yeah. I mean, I know when they started trying to go Dark Knight-ish instead of like the comic book classic, it was a thing. But
I still like those Batman movies, though. Don't get me wrong. Something about Arnold Schwarzenegger dressed up as Mr. Freeze, being as cheesy as he is, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It was what we needed at the time.
The old Poison Ivy, she was great. Even the classic TV shows I liked.
Jim Carrey as Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
I even like the 66 Batman with Adam West.
Yeah. Those were some of the best ones.
Yeah.
Those were some of the best ones. Some very cool camera work in those. That was. Now we look at it and go, as production guys, we look at it and go, man, that was cheesy, but it worked. It was what you could do. Let's climb up the side of a building by turning the camera on its side.
I got a little story to tell about the Batman 66. One of my kids was younger. This was probably about 4 years ago. He was sick, and I didn't want him being in the bed, so we put him on the couch, and I figured he was just going to fall asleep. So he's like wanting to stay up and watch TV. So I put on Batman 66. I was like, no kid's going to love this nowadays. With all the CGI and stuff, we spoil our kids too much. He's going to watch this and be like, this is dumb, and just fall right back to sleep. I wake up in the morning to check on him. He's wide awake. End of my collection of Batman 66. He's like, you got any more? Totally not the response. He stayed up all night watching those.
Yeah, something about the classics, that's for sure.
But yeah, there's supposed to be a lot more information dropped in San Diego Comic-Con. So each day they drip out like more information here and there. So starting Thursday to end of the day Sunday, we're going to get like hits of certain information, and
it's a big weekend. It is.
And this Sunday is Mini Coopers on the lake
up there in Geneva
on the lake. Yeah,
awesome.
Most people don't know me very well out there, but I'm a big Mini Cooper fan. I've bought one. I didn't know what it was. I took it for a test drive, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. It was a nice little 6 speed, and it was fast. It had turbo on it. It was like, wow.
They're actually pretty nice little cars,
mm-hmm.
and they're just a size smaller than me. Don't get me wrong. I drove Honda Civics and Toyota Honda Accords and Honda Civics for a good while, and I've put hundreds of thousands of miles on them, but the Mini Coopers are just a little bit smaller than that.
Well, after test driving, I just like fell in love with them, and I'm on my second Mini Cooper right now. So
it looks good.
There's supposed to be a lot of Mini Coopers out there. We're gonna form a line in Geneva on the lake and
have a train of Mini Coopers.
Yep.
It'll be like the Mini Cooper of Thunder on the Strip.
Yeah.
Hopefully, some of you guys got some side pipes.
I mean, we're just little Matchbox cars driving around on the strip, so there's going to be a
Pretty
lot of
funny.
us.
Pretty funny.
So I'm looking forward to that. Every time they had an event like this will be my first time in being involved in it. But all the other times I had some problems with my Mini Cooper, or it was in the garage. So
We'll bring some video back. We'll take some pictures anyway.
oh yeah, for sure. And then for X-Men, this just dropped this week. They've surprised the comic book shops on a last minute FOC. And we didn't know about that until, just recently. So we ordered as much as we could the last minute. We got a few in the shop. And this is like the kickoff event for Marvel's big comic book event for the X-Men.
So
Age of Revolution.
New storyline altogether. Not new storyline altogether, but whole new storyline.
New story, new
series.
characters, new timeline.
Oh, that far.
We're going 10 years into the future of the X-Men original timeline of where we started. And if you guys know the Days of Future Past of the time traveling, all the things, this might take a little bit of a different curve than that because the characters look more savage.
Okay.
They've dropped some sketches in the comic book here that I have on sale at Captain's Comics. Get your copy now while supplies last.
Hint, hint.
Batteries not included. But they have character sketches in it, and they look pretty savage.
So they're really stripping down the civility level, kind of going scorched earth then.
Right. I've got them in the shop yesterday. I didn't have time to look at it, but I flipped through it and read a few pages before I came in, and it looks pretty compelling.
Very good. Very good. Well, maybe I'll pick one up and read it.
Be careful because this is going to lead into a bigger event. If you read one, you're going to have to want the whole.
Have a collection, and then I'll be into collecting another thing and another hobby.
It's not a bad hobby, though. I might be biased in that, but I mean,
hey, comic book collecting is a good hobby, and I have my little collection now.
You got your Walking Dead, right?
I don't have any Walking Dead comics.
No?
No, I just have the whole series on DVD.
You need to come by your local comic book store and buy some Walking Dead comics.
I still have some comics, though. I got some Marvels laying around, some older Marvels. And like when we met and I brought that whole collection into it, I kept quite a bit of it. Like, I have a box of the ones I wanted to keep.
Right.
I think I still have a graded Weird Science floating around out there, not at your store, that I need to go get at some point.
Yeah.
Before he forgets that I brought it into him.
I'm pretty sure I know the guy that you brought that to, and he keeps pretty good records. He's not going to do you wrong.
All right.
I recommended him to you, I think.
Yeah, you did. You did. He's just in Nevada. It's really hard to go that far away. It's an hour and a half drive just to get down there or something. Anyway.
So, yeah, it looks like there's a lot going on this weekend and some things planned for next weekend. And
Yeah. Next weekend, just I don't remember what I'm doing off the top of my head next weekend, but we've got a lot going on, a lot coming up here. Next weekend is our next show. We're going to be bringing our first, not in studio, but our first calling guest. So that'll be cool.
Okay.
We'll surprise everybody for who he is and what he does. Hopefully there won't be any technical difficulties. We've practiced this with our line producer a couple times, so we ought to be able to get it right. Hey, there is another big thing though. Not big thing, but it's a thing that we're kind of excited about, or at least I am. Since we are a YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel, like everybody's, is dependent on numbers. Please, everybody, make sure to like and share our channel. We're trying to build it up. Yeah, subscribe to it. We need to build it up on the subscriber side, and hate pushing it, but we're early. We're only 8 shows in now. I think we're 8 shows, right? Yeah. So we've got something cool here. Let me pick this up off the board So when we hit 100, we said 100, right?
100 subscribers.
So 100 subscribers. We got this brand new coffee mug. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Brand new coffee mug. There we are. That looks good. It's a Wednesday night joke night coffee mug. That's my other YouTube channel. We don't have them for this YouTube channel yet, but you'll be sent that out. The 100 subscriber, right? And on top of that, we've got this here going on here. Whoop, knocked my microphone. Ooh, Captain's Comic T-shirt. Choo. We got a good shot of that. Or do I need to move it over here? There we go. Look at that.
That's just going to be a representation of the shirt. Depends on the winner of the
So if they need a
100th subscriber.
3X, we'll let them know that they need a
Right.
3X. They can get a
Just
3X.
let us know that your shirt size, and we'd
Can we hang
accommodate.
this one on the wall then? I don't know.
we can.
Maybe.
I mean, I haven't seen a wall wearing a shirt before, but we can dress it up.
yeah. Well, actually, next week I'm gonna be adding some decorations to the counter here, or to the back wall on my side here. So hopefully we'll start adding some stuff to it. But yeah, so 100 subscriber wins a coffee mug and a T-shirt from us, and as part of our appreciation, just saying thank you for viewing our show, and hopefully we can get there really quick, and then we can do another one. We'll do 1,000, but first 100.
It's baby steps.
Baby steps, leaps and bounds, and baby steps.
I'm enjoying doing the show, and I can't wait to start talking to other people about their hobbies.
We've got some good hobbyists coming in next week, and I'm sure everybody's going to enjoy what he does. I know I do, and that's going to add to our set actually what he does. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool. I know it's not the signs, but thank you, Joe, K8DNF, for making the signs for us. Appreciate that.
And I've been putting a new character in my background every episode.
You know,
I don't know if anybody knows who this one is, but I'll give points to any YouTuber out there that can
comment, tell them, put it in the comments on
who
the
is
video.
this guy
Who is that guy?
back here? It's so weird looking at the screen like that. That guy right there.
You know, I did actually have somebody comment on our sign over there. He's like, "Is that
Yeah.
really a sign from that fast food place that shall remain nameless?" I said, it absolutely is. We got it. You know, it's something that Ruckus has had for a long time, and he said, "When we do the show, it's got to be on the set." I said, "Okay, I'm fine with it."
I love set props.
So it's actually, it looks pretty cool, and yes, it is what everybody thinks it is. We're gonna make some changes to it as we go along,
Of course.
but make it more so what we want it to be. But
I love subtle changes.
yeah, just keep your eyes open. If you notice some changes that we'd make, put it in the comments.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's about what we got today.
Yep. I've been Rikus and the owner of Captain's Comics in North Kingsville, Ohio. You can find me there, and most times after 3:00, I'm there.
Yeah, and you know, Nemo, KEPVL. Actually, you can look up our Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula is kchoh.org. That's Kilo Charlie 8 Oscar Hotel .org, and that's the club's website if you're interested in amateur radio stuff or want more information about what we do and what's going on. Come out to the Hamfest. You can find us there. Definitely I'll be there. Probably be the one flipping the burgers. So come find the big guy in the back flipping burgers. And check out my other YouTube channel, Wednesday Night Joke Net. Other than that, I guess we're good to go.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See you later, Hobby Hooligans.
Hobby Hooligans. We'll
I
come
think-
up with a good tagline for everybody. We'll figure it out.
I like Hobby Hooligans. It's kind of hard to say, though.
Yeah, tongue twister there. All right.